This is a walkthrough of the first of 4 smartphone apps developed for recording farm activities. By entering Power Apps, we have a number of the apps previously on our favorites list. And we're going to start with the greenhouse seeding data entry app. So you'll notice that it comes up defaulted to the current week, which is week 6. And these are all the things that are scheduled to be seeded this week. Now, this top block is a complete search capability. So for example, we could X out of the week number, and now we have a list of all of the things that will need to be seeded. This is the full production plan specifically for greenhouse seeding. So you'll see week 2, week 4, week 6. You'll notice that in week 6, I have a test record here for the garlic. And you'll see that this shows that it was seeded on 2/1/25. Now, that is not a real record. That is a test record. You'll notice that it's recorded in the notes. Now, in addition, you have the ability to search by a piece of the product name. So we could go onion, or we could go, gotta spell it right, TRO, Onion-tropea, okay? Now we also have the crop, so we could just put in onion or squash. And of course we can combine this, so you see there's 15s. These are all planted in week 15, okay? But we could put different weeks and all that. So now we're back to everything, but let's go back to our week 6. So I do this, and it filters out. Okay, so the way this generally would work is, now I'm ready to do a greenhouse seeding. I have to find the record that is the one I want to do. So let's seed this red cipolline right here. Now you'll notice that there's a test record for this also, January 29th. Tray size, trays, cell counts. Now, the first thing we could do is we can edit this record because it had previously been entered. So by doing that, you go to the lower gallery. We have 2 galleries. The top gallery has the production plan records, and the second gallery has the actual records. And then you'll notice when we hit the pencil mark, we actually bring up that information. Okay, and now we can edit it. So we can go test 2. I'm just going to save that. We could go and we save it, and we want this, it turns out we're going to switch to a red tag. Okay. Now, we also have the ability, you'll notice that this was planted, the start time was January 29th, 2025, 10:42. The end time was defaulted to that same time, but if I touch the end date time label, you'll notice that it recalculates the time, date and time, and so now it is 2/3 and it's 10 o'clock even. So I'm going to save that record. And you'll notice that all of those things have now been updated. And I can edit it again. You can look up, you see all those information is there. And in this case, I don't want to make any changes, so I'm just going to cancel. Okay, now let's say I wanted to create a new record. We're going to see the, what are these? Oh, these are all the ones that I actually used for practice. Okay. So let's put a new record in. Let's do another tray of garlic. So I'm going to hit the plus sign. Brings up a default data entry, and everything from the production plan is now here. So all you have to do is make any changes. So let's say we're only going to do 65 of these today. And we're going to make this the south. And we're going to make this a green tag. And again, I'm putting in test so that we can get rid of all these. Now you'll notice that it defaults to the starting date and time, which is now. And also the end date is also now. And that's what we just fixed previously. So I'm going to save this record. And now you'll notice that there are two separate planting records for this particular plan. And one's the trays are in the east, and the other one, the trays are in the south, different tag numbers. And again, here I made a spelling error, so I can go and do this and bring this up and navigate to here, change the spelling, click save, and we're there. That is essentially the entire application in a nutshell, and that's all that you need to know to enter records every time you do a seeding in the greenhouse.